All right, let's
Hired
check
a
this one.
matchmaker. So I hired a matchmaker. It didn't go well, and let me tell you my experience as a black woman. So in the initial discovery call, okay, of me signing up for this matchmaker that I kind of got roped into. Okay, sales 10, okay, execution 2. We'll be honest about that. I will let you know that I did ask the question, how effectively can these matchmakers match me as a black woman with a potential partner? And if you don't know me, I'm not going to date just anyone. Okay? We have self confidence over here. We have self worth. So I'm not just gonna like jump at any dude who they throw at me. Absolutely not. And don't you know, I rejected many people who they, sent my way transparently. So, like black women, we have a different set of needs. Like the world views us differently. This is not new news. And so it does not surprise me that these matchmakers would not be able to effectively find a partner who could embrace who I am and embrace, all the challenges that black women are faced with and all of the, dynamics within the relationship that we might face. It does not surprise me that they could not, produce that. I also feel like it really depends on the skill and the attention that your matchmaker actually gives you. You know what I mean? If your matchmaker is just kind of wishy washy, my current matchmaker is kind of that way. Truly, my first matchmaker before she either got fired or let or
Yo, parasocial. That's why I talked that I said that in a few videos that this is one of the things why I would not want to go to prison because honestly, what I've heard, the men that gone to prison, either you done it or got it done to you. I don't want to go to prison. I don't want to go to prison because that ain't for me. She's got the narcissistic. This woman's egotistical.
chose to leave. We don't really know what happened there, but in any case, my first matchmaker was on it. On it, okay? While she did not really have the special something to understand the dynamics within a relationship and when to let it go, she definitely was very communicative, and I will give her that for sure. However, this current girl, she just dropped the ball. So I think in the New York dynamic, I think it's the luck of the draw with the matchmaker that you get paired with. Truly, like, what is their skill level? What is their investment in you? Are they confident in you, or are they just gonna try to like get rid of your matches and just have you like fizzle away forever? So I have to say that matchmaking, it gets like a 2 out of 10 for me. I will also candidly say that dating is much better when I just go outside, live my life, and look cute. So there's that. I will also say it's luck, right? You don't know who you're going to meet in the coffee shop. If you're on dating apps, you don't know who you're going to swipe into. Maybe it is the love of your life. If you choose to, meet a matchmaker, maybe by a fluke they happen to match you correctly and you meet your whoever person that you want. Who knows? So I will say this with dating, try it all. Don't let this discourage you. If you're like, I want to try a matchmaker, go ahead and try it. If you're like, I want to just stick to these dating apps, go ahead and try it. If you're like, I want to scrap dating altogether, all for it. Point is, do what works for you and don't let anybody else try to, navigate your story in a way that they feel it should be navigated. You're running this. Okay? So I
God, you know, I wanted to check out this video because I could have sensed it from all. This is the image of modern day women. The ego, the immense ego on women is next level insane. It's just like I'm I'm really it's like I'm not surprised you're single. I'm not surprised that paying for someone to help you get a man is not working. It's like the ego. Women do not understand the meaning of being humble. They don't. Women like this, you are average. Average. And honestly, I see this woman without, like straight hair. She looks better like that. This does not do her, it's not flattering. But anyway, yeah, average. Average at best. And yet the ego is just it's funny. Women consistently say they hate egotistical men. Yet women nowadays are the epitome of egotistical. It really is. Let's break this down.
I hired a matchmaker. It didn't go well, and let me tell you my experience as a Black woman. So in the initial discovery call, okay, of me signing.
This is a thing where also I've seen this a few times where women are hiring matchmakers, dating coaches, and all that stuff. It shows you how it's just a little bit ridiculous that your dating life can't make it work. Dating is so easy for women, yet you have to pay someone to help you. That is insane. You're so terrible at it, you have to pay someone to help you. When it's easy for you, you know that you are next level difficult. Next level difficult. And we already see in this video, this woman is a difficult woman. And it's like why? Matchmaker sound like a pimp. Probably.
Signing up for this matchmaker that I kind of got roped into. Okay, sales 10, okay, execution 2. We'll be honest about that. I will let you know that I did ask the question, how effectively can these matchmakers match me as a Black woman with a potential partner? And if you don't know me, I'm not going to date just anyone, okay? We have self-confidence over here. We have
You have ego. That's what you have. You have ego. You have an inflated sense of ego, an inflated sense of self. Another woman that thinks she's a 10, when honestly, she's a 5 at best. That is the problem we're facing. Where women think they are 10s, when honestly, they are 5s at best. This overinflated ego. You think that, this is the thing. Women think that, okay, I have a career. I pay my own bills. I have my own place. You know, I deserve the best. Really? You're just an adult. You're just an adult. What men value? Your looks, average at best. Your personality, inflated ego, definitely not worth it. The narcissism is there.
worth. So I'm not just gonna like jump at any dude who they throw at me. Absolutely not. And don't you know, I rejected many people who they, sent my way.
It's funny because you might as well just not pay for it. You would have done the same thing. You would just reject. It's like, what's the point then? It's like, this is the thing where it shows you that women don't really know how to use money well. They don't know how to use money well. So you pay to just reject a bunch of men. That's what you paid for. You use your money to reject men. You could have done that for free. You could have done that for free.
Transparently. So, like, Black women, we have a different set of needs. Like, the world views us differently. This is not new news. And so it does not surprise.
The victim mentality, too. The world views you differently. Seriously? Again, this is what women just make dating difficult. They make dating difficult. When it's naturally easy, you make it difficult. The world views you differently. So what? This
Me that these
no, it's not a trans one. I don't think so.
matchmakers would not be able to effectively find a partner who could embrace who I am and embrace, all the challenges that Black women are faced with and all of the, dynamics within the relationship that we might face. It does not
Bringing up what Black women face. I swear to God, men don't need that headache. This is a thing where these women think that they're that they make this is why they make shit hard. It's like you're thinking that you are you think that you're the center of the world. That's what. You think the world revolves around you. Everyone is after you. Really.
surprise me that they could not, produce that. I also feel like it really depends on the skill and the attention that your matchmaker actually gives you. You know what I mean? If your matchmaker is just kind of wishy-washy, my current matchmaker is kind of that way. Truly, my first matchmaker before she either got fired or chose to leave. We don't really know what happened there, but in any case, my first matchmaker was on it. Okay, while she did not really have the special something to understand the dynamics within a relationship and when to let it go, she definitely was very communicative, and I will give her that for sure. However, this current girl, she just dropped the ball. So I think in the New York dynamic, I think it's the luck of the draw with the matchmaker that you get paired with. Truly, like, what is their skill level? What is their investment in you? Are they confident in you? Or are they just gonna try to like get rid of your matches and just have you like fizzle away forever? So
I don't know why I would not want to take this job. I would not want to take a matchmaking job because seriously, women make it impossible.
I have to say that matchmaking, it gets like a 2 out of 10 for me. I will also candidly say that dating is much better when I just go outside, live my life, and look cute. So there's that. I will also say it's luck, right? You don't know who you're going to meet in the coffee shop. If you're on dating apps, you don't know who you're going to swipe into. Maybe it is the love of your life. If you choose to, meet a matchmaker, maybe by a fluke, they happen to match you correctly and you meet your whoever person that you want. Who knows? So I will say this with dating, try it all. Don't let this discourage you. If you're like, I want to try a matchmaker, go ahead.
God. Don't listen to women's advice.
My matchmaker sent me on my second date. Let me tell you how that went. So here we go, round two. I don't know what I was thinking, but this date actually fell the day after I got back from Spain. The jet lag, keep that in mind. In any case, I'm feeling good. I have my natural hair out. I had a cute little black dress moment, a little like sandal heel, ankle was out. It was giving. It was a very cute pull together moment, as I do. So when I arrived to the restaurant,
It's like, I swear, the women's ego. I wanted to show these videos because honestly, it's just a good example of how egotistical women are. You're average, and it's insane how egotistical you are. This is why you can't see it that you attract men that will deal with you just so they can hit it, just so they can use you.
the guy is already there and the hostess walks me to the table. Well, when I'm walking up to the table, the man is facing the opposite direction of me. So I'm walking up and all I can see is his back, right? Thank the hostess, and then just to get his attention, since he can't see me because I'm walking up behind him, I like gently tap his shoulder and I smile, and then he's like, whoa. Okay, so that was a very like not smooth, not suave way to start the date, and then it was a very like awkward handshake hug situation.
God, smooth and suave. What the hell is wrong with you? Expectations, the expectations women have for men
As I went to go sit down, and I'm like, okay, well, awkward, weird. I didn't let that strange start to the date sway me either way. I was still graceful and vivacious and full of life, as I typically am, so I let that shine through. But as I'm sitting there on the date, looking, pulled together, all that good stuff, pretty, I noticed that this man is just very flat and almost cold, dare I say. He also gave very uncertain and unsure energy, and that is very peculiar. I like when a guy is confident in himself and confident in whatever it is that he's bringing, okay? And I did not get this from this dude, but I'm like, let me continue to converse.
I swear to God, this whole, I swear, women put such a like disingenuous personality. It's like you are so over the top, and this is who she is. Honestly, I swear, I'm not surprised that she needs a matchmaker because honestly, this is the type of woman that is like is needlessly like over the top. I swear, the personality is like you're too much. You're being too much. Honestly, stop it.
There has to be a reason here. Why did my matchmaker send me on a date with this person? So I'm letting him lead the conversation, and he's doing so, but it is dry, okay? It is Melba toast, all right? kind of flavorless, kind of flat. And I'm like, what does this guy get excited about? We were chit-chatting about hobbies, about travel, about experiences, and that's the common thread. However, the personality match was just not it, because I need somebody.
Yes, she does have she has a better than you personality. She does. She said she has a personality that is very. I feel like the condescending type. I feel like she's always. She has a personality that is looking down on you. Really does. Like she's snooty. Like she's like better than you. Like she's the 10, and you should be grateful she's gracing you with her presence. Women like that are just annoying.
Who's got like zest for life, who's excited about things to come, who's excited about whatever their hobbies are, who's excited about whatever job, whatever purpose that they have in their lives. And from this guy, I got none of that. So that leaves a very unsavory taste in one's mouth, right? Just kind of no oomph, no pizzazz, no nothing. I was sharing a little bit about, my perspective on living in New York City. Not too much, keeping it light and fun. And that perked him up a little bit. But at this point, I'm nearing like the end of my second drink. He had 2 drinks as well. Very, very mindful with it, right? We don't drink too much on first dates, second dates, third dates. That's a tip. Take that away. And then he asked, he's like, are you hungry? Would you like, something to eat, grab some dinner? And I'm like, I'm feeling very jet lagged from my Spain trip. I just got back yesterday and it's catching up to me because it was. So then a couple moments after that, he's like, well, this was great. And I'm like, was it? In my mind, I said, was it? Not like out loud. But basically, he was like, are you free the week of, September 3rd? And I'm like, that's very specific in my head. And I'm like, well, I would have to, check my calendar. So then he lets the server know to, bring the check over so we can, finish, wrap up, and then go.
A
So when it was time
35-year-old
to pay the check, the server came over with one of those little portable credit card machines, and she approaches the guy so he could, tap and pay. And then when she was standing next to the guy, he just kind of looks at me like, and I'm like, oh no, this isn't happening. Not one of these, not one of those looks. And I'm just sitting there, cute, looking at him, looking at me. Credit card machine is right there. So at this point, the server walks away. She picked up on the vibe. She walked away and then she came back a couple seconds later and then dropped the paper check in the middle of the table. Y'all, I'm not making this up. And then he's like, well, kind of speaking in short sentences like that, expecting me to like, I don't know what he was expecting. But basically I was like, oh my, is what is happening what I think is happening? So don't you know, I made this man make a choice. Okay, I was like, you tell me how you would like to handle this. AKA, you tell me if you'd ever like to see me again. And don't you know, this man was like, oh, well, yeah, could you, this is what I was told. And at that point, I was like, I'm washing my hands. So don't you know, I pull out.
Generosity is so important. This guy is a successful professional who does well and behave this way. This is the thing. There is no guarantee. All the things she said about this man already, she's already not interested in him. So really, he's honestly just cutting his loss. She wasn't interested in him already. She wasn't interested in him already. So this is a thing where I hate this shit now, because women think that, okay, if I pay for this date, is there a guarantee for another date? Is there a guarantee for a relationship? No, there isn't. There's no guarantee that you would want to see me again. That there's a relationship in this. There isn't. So yeah, this man is cutting his loss. He already sees I bet you, he most likely already sensed your energy. You weren't into him. And you could hear how she described this whole interaction before the check came out. She wasn't into him. So he's cutting his loss.
My Platinum Amex, and I put the card down and we split like an $80 check. We only had 2 drinks each, y'all. 2 drinks each.
Parasocial, I'm not surprised. I'm pretty sure I would have guessed that you don't pay for dates.
So at this point, what else is there to say? Nothing. So she runs the cards, comes back, I'm writing in the tip, and then it's just time to go. So I'm, getting my bag together, and I'm silent. at this point, right? Quiet. I'm like, well, that's it. So I quietly, grab my bag, I stand up, he lets me walk first, and we're walking out. Prior to the bill fiasco, I was thinking like maybe I'll go out with him one more time. He mentioned he liked restaurants and he would probably pick a good restaurant that I would like. Let's see if I jump the gun. However, post the bill, I was like, nope, your gut was right. He's not it. So we make it to outside of the restaurant and I'm like, okay, bye, because what else at that point? And he's like, I feel like we need to clear the air about how the end of the date went. And in my head, I'm like, we need to clear the air about nothing, sir. So I'm listening to him clear the air, and he's like, when I asked you, if you wanted to get together again and you said you had to check your calendar, in my experience, that usually means someone's not interested. So, and in that moment, everything started to make sense. So he came into that date defeated. So that energy, he carried that defeatist, attitude throughout the entire date. And if things weren't going how he was, he just kind of threw in the towel and gave up immediately. That is not the kind of energy that I need in my life. And so after he said that, I was not gonna be.
To be honest, I could punch the screen too. I mean, this woman is like unbearable. Here is another woman. Honestly, she won't have. She falls in the category. Yeah, will she? She has options. No duh. Men will want her, but honestly, she will stay single. Here's a woman that will. I can guarantee you 90%, 90%, she will stay single. Because the men that she wants, honestly, don't want her. The men that she wants don't want her. The men that she wants don't want her for long-term commitment. And the men that she's dating, she don't feel the energy. She don't want these men. She has such a long list of disqualifications. So really, this is a woman that, again, will fall into that category that you will stay single because you make dating impossible. You make dating terrible with you. It's a terrible process. Dating you is honestly a chore. It is honestly a headache.
Outside of the restaurant going back and forth with some man who gives up easily. Okay, okay. So basically, I stayed true to my own character and I basically was like, I allowed you to make the decision as to how you wanted to handle the check at the end of the day, and that was your decision. Have a good night. Oh my gosh, I could not believe the stark difference between date number 1 from my matchmaker and date number 2 from my matchmaker. So at this point, I'm feeling a little concerned as to the trajectory of the route that we're going with this matchmaking thing. And on the feedback form,
This is the thing. They're matching you. You have to put in some effort. This man did not sense that you wanted to see him. Did not sense that you were into him. Which, the things you've said about this man, I would not have guessed that you were into this man. So really, it's like matchmakers, although I'm not into them, they're not gods. They didn't make your perfect copy to be with you.
I write like, girl, we need to like talk. We need to realign. Why was this person set up to meet me? Even though on paper we both kind of enjoy, Broadway, the arts, restaurants, traveling.
That is why matchmakers match you on paper. They don't really. This is a thing where that's the best they can do. They're not dating you. They're not dating him. They match you best on paper. What seems to be compatible. The rest is up to your attitude, your personality, your mindset. It's up to you. It's like you have to make shit work. This is the problem. One thing, this woman she is so egotistical, absolute narcissist. The problem is she's absolutely lazy. Lazy. I swear, she's lazy. She expects things to happen how she wants it to happen. You can tell she's critiquing the man of everything he does. She's critiquing him at every point. And what is she doing? She's not. It's like, that's the thing where women just, it's impossible. You make it hell to even date you.
The personality component was totally off and lacking. I enjoy myself. I enjoy my life. I definitely want the most out of experience that I do, and I carry that vibe, that energy.
Then stay single. Stay single. You enjoy your life. Why you change it? Why changing it, adding someone else? Why change it by adding someone else? If you enjoy your life so much, if your life is so enjoyable, you're happy single, why change it? I can never understand why.
With me. So for someone to just be completely
Yes, I think it's vain delusion.
stale. In any case, my matchmaker also departed from the company. That's another story. I'll catch you up on that later. So at the end of each matchmaker day, you get emailed a feedback form, okay? Feedback on the person and how the date went, yada, yada, yada. So I send my feedback back to my matchmaker. What do y'all think the feedback was? 1 being the worst, 5 being the best is the rating system. And also, one of the questions is, would you like to see this person ever again? What do y'all think I picked? My matchmaker.
Eh, yeah, I mean, she's correct. I swear, women are insane. I wouldn't want to date her. I wouldn't want to date her. I can't. You know, honestly, a lot of men, this is the thing where women have to realize here's a woman that honestly only fits in the category of fun time. And I don't think she's that fun. But she will only deal with the men that honestly will just fake it until they can make it. Fake it until they can get the booty. That's it. Because this woman is unbearable. She is literally annoying to be around. And I'm not even dating her. So, what do you guys think?